If you're an Octopus Energy customer and you're on Go Intelligent at the moment, you might have seen on forums and other YouTube people talking about how you can game the system to allocate extra free additional hours constantly all the time. And I'm going to be telling you why, if you're thinking of doing that, it is going to be a terrible idea. I'm going to tell you how they're gaming the system, but more importantly, what are Octopus going to do if people keep gaming the system? The answer might be obvious, but there is some possible alternatives that Octopus might look at first before doing this. So if you are gaming the system, you might want to watch the entire video. And if you're thinking of gaming the system, now if you're not already aware, Octopus Go Intelligent is one of the cheapest energy deals out there for EV drivers. It gives a guaranteed 6 hours of 7.5p electricity from 11:30 till 5:30 every single day, regardless if the car's plugged in, for the entire house. Now if you plug your car in, Octopus's system is really clever. It can schedule when your car charges and give you extra additional hours on top of the 6, which means you could end up with a lot more hours. Now I'm going to talk into how this works in a minute, but if this is a deal that you're not currently on and you're on a different deal, or not even on a smart adaptive deal with Octopus Energy or any other energy company, then you want to go to evnick.com/energy. There's a list of all the deals there, but also more importantly, there's a code there of mine that you can click to sign up to Octopus Energy and split £100 with me when you sign up. Now these extra hours can be allocated for various reasons. We're going to go into how they are allocated and how people are doing that to game the system and get extra hours. But before we do, let's talk about how gaming it is going to go horribly wrong for all of us. Now, Octopus Energy are an energy company. Their business plan is to make money from selling energy. Now, Octopus, when they invented Intelligent Octopus, they knew that they could use this to shift EV demand around by controlling when the car charges to basically change their costs. Now, sometimes when you plug in on your car with Octopus Intelligent, they will make money from that charge. Sometimes it will be cost neutral, and very, very rarely they will lose money on the charge. This is baked into their business plan. What's not baked into their business plan is you abusing and gaming the system to extend extra hours and charge other devices like home storage batteries, run heat pumps, run air conditioning systems, or other various devices to constantly get 7.5p electric. Octopus do need to sell some electricity to you at a peak rate for them to make money on Intelligent. Now, if you have got home storage and a battery, we're not really talking about you if you're just using Intelligent for when the car is allocated. There's people who are definitely getting more hours by tricking the charger into allocating these extra hours. Now, if Octopus are not able to control the charger properly because you're gaming the system and you're getting these extra hours and you're taking extra load of power out, they're going to be losing money on your deal. And that means that Octopus are going to have to do something. Now, what do you think they might do in the comments before I mention my possible solutions that I think Octopus will take? Now, one of the possible options is they could completely remove the tariff. And I've got some other ideas that I think they might do first before that. But one of them might be, if you read the terms and conditions, there is a fair use policy within Intelligence documents, which means that they could drop you from the tariff for gaming it. Now, what Octopus are likely to do, because they're not a company that tend to pull the rug from underneath you, they might let your tariff finish its current term deal, but when you're due for renewal, say, unfortunately due to fair use, your contract can't be renewed with Octopus Go Intelligent because you broke their terms and conditions, so therefore they're not offering you a renewal term. What they might also offer you is some other possible options, which I'm going to go through now. One method is they just change Intelligent completely, so you can't game it. Now, there's a couple of methods. I'm going to go through how they do it, but first, let's talk about how people are gaming the system. Now, there's about 4 different methods for gaming the system, depending if you're using the car API, certain brand chargers, and doing things to certain brand chargers to really game the system. There's also certain settings you can change in the car, but I'm not going to tell you exactly how they do it, because the last thing I want to do is encourage people to do it and then actually ruin the tariff for me and everyone else who's not abusing it. So let's first talk about what they're doing to abuse it. Now, one of the methods, simplest methods, is they plug in at 5 p.m. and they ask for 100% charge when they're on a low state of charge, call it 10%, and the car can't reach it by the time they've asked for, maybe 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. The car can't reach the time scheduled charge by that point. and that will give them extra hours. That will give them hours to get to that 100%, because Octopus will honour the state of charge you've asked to get to. So they will get you to that state of charge. If that's what you've asked for, that's what they'll get you to. That's the idea of Octopus Intelligent. They don't want they don't want to put people off being an EV driver. So if you said you need 100%, they'll give you 100%. And people are manipulating what their charge is sending out to their car, which means their car takes a lot longer to charge. And now they might not need 100%, they might only need 50%, which means they can plug in 2 days in a row and get 2 days of extended 7.5p electric. But then by the third day, they might need another 50% and another 50%. So you can see people are gaming the system that they are getting constantly extra hours every day on cheap 7.5p electric and never paying peak. And some of them are really gaming the system by having solar and battery storage, meaning they're charging up their battery on those extra hours, meaning they can get away with a smaller battery, discharge that battery during the day, during the peak hours. The solar's also peaking and recharging the battery and exporting, which is fine. You can export your battery and charge it off intelligent, but if you're gaming extra hours and doing that, then you really need to have a long, hard think about, is this a sustainable business plan for Octopus? Because if you don't think they're making money out of that, or you think they're making money out of it, you are wildly wrong. 5 p.m, 6 p.m, 7 p.m. are wildly more expensive times for Octopus. Look at Octopus Agile if you want to see what the actual costs are closer towards Octopus are paying at those times. And if you are constantly gaming the system to do this, you will definitely end the tariff for yourself, but possibly change it for all of us using some of the possible ideas that I might have. Now, as mentioned before, they might just drop you from renewal. That is a possible option, but the problem is there's only so many times you can keep dropping customers from renewal. If they don't start talking it on forums, then the information of people gaming the system won't spread, and if more people game it and you're not renewing more people, you'll slowly run out of customer base that are on it. I mean, that's ridiculous amount that they'd run out of customer base, but it's also a lot of admin going through it. So they might just ban the odd couple of people who are doing it really badly as a short-term fix, but some possible other options I've got is limiting the number of bonus hours you get each night. So they could say, yeah, you get 6 hours cheap electricity guaranteed for 11:30 till 5:30. But if you want any bonus hours, the bonus hours are limited to an extra 4-hour additional slots. If you have any more than 4-hour additional slots, that's it. You'll pay full price. It'll tell you in the app that you'll pay full price for those additional slots. That's one way of doing it. Another way is minimizing the minimum charge rate that your car can charge at, saying unless you have a 16 amp charger, you can't charge on Octopus Intelligent. 3-pin plug chargers are abusing the system in my mind anyway. So if your charger can't do 16 amps, sorry, you can't be an Intelligent Go anymore. Or you're only limited to so many charge extra slots if you've got a charger that's slower than that. That's one way of really stopping the gaming system. I think that actually might be one of the best solutions. Another solution might be using the bonus hours only as bonus hours. So in other words, there's no 6 hours at 7.5p, and they have an intelligent deal where you only get bonus hours. So bonus hours when the car's charging, the car and the house will get cheap electricity, but you don't get any other random cheap hours. That's it, just them. Another option might be using what OVO do with OVO Drive Anytime, which is you only get the cheap rate for the car. The house gets nothing. When the car's charging, you get cheap rate hours, but the house doesn't benefit. This would stop people gaming the system because there'd be no advantage to gaming the system because your house wouldn't benefit from cheap electricity, and that's what the gamers want because they're trying to charge up home storage batteries and other high-powered devices during that time. Now, you might be wondering, what's cheaper, OVO Drive Anytime or Go Intelligent? Well, I've done a video comparing the two, so maybe check that out there. And if you've not able to get either of these, maybe check out this video I did about Go, which is just a plain fixed deal for people with battery storage and EV chargers.